Welcome back, trainers, and take a look what we have here. So all of these images sent to me were by somebody on Twitter by the name of Richard. Much appreciated, my man. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So he told me right after his community day, all of these Galarian Weezings did pop up with an hour timer. So it's looking like after community day, we're going to get some sort of raid hour for the Galarian Weezing. This is actually going to be a poison and fairy type. Both of those are resisting fighting, so this could prove to be something very interesting for Pokemon Go, especially for PvP. Very excited about this. We're going to be going over counters. It also looks like it's going to be a tier 4 raid, so it's not going to be something you're going to be able to walk up and just solo, although it may be possible. I don't know. I don't really think so, even if you had a full team of Psystrike Mewtwo's. But we'll go over some of the counters. Not too much information on this and on how difficult it is going to be exactly right now. I'm just going to basically go over Pokemon you want to use, because this is going to be a new typing that none of us have really seen before, especially for the people who don't really focus on the main series games and have no idea what's going on. I want to fill you in on exactly what is going on here. So we're going to hop into my inventory and take a look at some of the counters you may want to use going up against this. Alright, so the Galarian Weezing, being a poison and fairy type, is going to be weak to Steel, Ground, and Psychic. So we're going to be going over counters here. Mewtwo is going to be pretty nice with Confusion and Psystrike. I wouldn't say pretty nice, it's going to be fantastic. It's just not going to be resisting any of the moves, and we're going to see a few other hard counters in this list. Groudon, of course, being that ground typing, Mudshot and Earthquake, basically the best ground type attacker, other than Excadrill, which is actually going to be a little bit better in this case, because the Weezing apparently looks like it's going to be having normal moves. I would assume a fairy type move as well. So Excadrill is going to be resisting that. Garchomp is going to have to sit this one out unless you know it doesn't have any fairy type moves. Otherwise, then you can use Garchomp, okay, because it is going to be weak to fairy. So you could go in there, but you're going to drop quick because this is a tier 4. Metagross is going to be your best counter with Meteor Mash and Bullet Punch. Simple as that. Let's take a look at that shiny here. So yes, you can do this, I would believe, with 2 people, with a team of Metagross or something close to. All right, I don't know the top counters, the numbers quite yet. PokeBattler hasn't put those out quite at this time, but I can tell you right now, I think Meteor Mash Metagross is going to be one of your best counters, as well as Dialga with Metal Claw and Iron Head. It is going to be that Steel typing as well as Dragon, so it will not be taking super effective damage from the Fairy type moves and resisting the normal type moves, so Dialga is going to be a fantastic option as well. Rhyperior is also going to be another good option. I do have Smackdown on this one, and then Earthquake. That Smackdown was for, I do believe, Master League purposes, so I think we'll go ahead and switch that now and prepare for tomorrow, although I don't think I'll be using this because I do have a full team of Metagross, which is going to be purely your best counter. But nonetheless, we'll just go ahead and change that Rhyperior. So more news just came in. This is actually going to be a raid hour. We did say that in the beginning, but it is confirmed. Weezing Galarian form raid hour from 2 to 3 in your local time. Don't know if we're going to get any free passes. Don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're just going to be able to go out there and raid them with that 1 hour timer. Then you have Melmetal with Thundershock and Flash Cannon. This is actually going to be resisting all of the moves, even the poison type moves. Normal, poison, and fairy being that steel typing. So that is also going to be a great option as well. Now we have Excadrill here. This can go in there with either Metal Claw and I do believe Iron Head, and then Drill Run and Mud Slap. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Metal Claw and Drill Run is the set that you're going to want to have going up against that. Although if you do have Mud Slap, that's perfectly fine as well, but I think Metal Claw might be the better option going up against the Galarian Weezing. And then of course you have the Armor Mewtwo with Confusion and Future Sight, but remember that Psychic is now better. So we do have Gardevoir as well. You don't want Charm, you don't want Dazzling Gleam or Shadow Ball, none of those. So let's go ahead and take a look at my other one. We have Confusion and Seeker Noise, but on the other hand, you might as well just go with Psychic. Don't TM your Seeker Noise. I mean, you could if you have a ton, but just know Psychic is better, right? So Gardevoir with Confusion and Psychic. And then you have the Deoxyses, I suppose, with their signature move. And then you have the Espeon with Confusion and Psychic. So this is not a legacy on this, unlike the Alakazam. So the Espeon will be able to put in work for sure. Then we have also Magnezone, which I didn't actually look at, but that is also an option. And Alakazam, if you do have that legacy, if you're lucky enough to have that, I suppose. Or even a Future Sight one. but we're starting to move down here on the list. You don't necessarily want to use these dragon type counters. Yes, it is part psychic if it didn't have those fairy moves. Now, another great option is going to be Heatran, okay? Because, I mean, it is going to be fire and steel, so we'll be extremely resisting those fairy type moves as well as the normal. The only downfall is it doesn't have a steel quick move, so you're going to want to go with Fire Spin and Iron Head on your Heatrans, okay? And then you have Lucario with Bullet Punch and Flash Cannon, which is going to be a fun option. But just keep in mind, if it does have fairy moves, it is going to do neutral damage. You're not going to actually resist it, okay, because you are part fighting. So Lucario, pretty neat, fun option, I suppose. And as we get down here, you do have Scizor, Bullet Punch, and Iron Head. All right, so we're going to be going over the absolute best counters just to refresh one more time after we take a look at the new Galarian clothes that were added to the shop. These are actually going to be free. Nice move on Niantic's end. It's probably not their shots, but you know, they got to promote the Sword and Shield, which I did in fact purchase a copy. I picked it up earlier today. I actually got Sword, and I haven't even opened it from the plastic yet. Actually, me and my son have been playing Dead Space. Probably not the best game to play with a younger kid, but you know, it's we like playing those old school games, right? Anyways, taking a look at these clothes. I like those pants. I like the shoes. I like the shirt. I like the hat. This outfit is pretty clean, to be honest. The backpack, too, is pretty neat. Not going to wear this all the time or anything, but different combinations. I really enjoy the hat because we're in Alaska. It's cold realistic, so putting that on there. But there you have it. Free clothes. Always nice, right? It's nice that they don't put a price tag on everything. So you have the male. Okay, well, what about the female? All right, well, first let's put on those shades because it doesn't look right with the Phantom of the Opera mask on there. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what it looks like on the female because, you know, the clothes are different, right? So let's go ahead and put on that hat. Very interesting. This is fun. I'm thinking about I want to play Sword and Shield tonight. Here's the problem. If I start, I won't stop. You're going to be like, where's Pokes uploads? So I don't know if I really want to go down that rabbit hole quite yet, but I better get started right away because there's plenty of people out there that could possibly battle in the future, and that's the fun part about this is battling, right? Let's go. All right, so what is this glitch in the back? I was like, what is this glitch? Let's see here. I had a belt on. I thought it was just the way the outfit was. Like, you got to be kidding me. I really wish they would fix some of the overlaying of the clothes. Some of them just go right through each other. I mean, come on. It's a little silly. I'm not going to get too crazy into that. But anyways, there you have the female outfit. Fully decked out. Nice. If anybody's looking at my profile right now and they're on my friends list, they're like, what in the heck is he doing? Anyways, let's go over the absolute top counters that you want to use up against Weezing really quick. All right, so best of the best. That's going to be Mewtwo, Confusion, and Psystrike. But personally, I think it's going to be Metagross, but Mewtwo is going to be on there. Groudon for sure is also going to be a nice option. It's not going to be resisting any of the moves, but Metagross here is simply going to be your best. But if you're like, well, I don't have a Meteor Mash, I wasn't around for that, I simply can't get one. Well, you also have Melmetal. If you're like, well, I just don't have enough candies for that. Excadrill, I know that's rare as well. Anything with Psychic, Steel, or Ground. Okay, let's just put it that way. And then another fantastic option is going to be Heatran, if I can find the correct moveset here. Haven't really powered one of these up, I don't think. Fire Spin and Iron Head. So I think it's time to finally power one of these up. Not specifically for this raid, but it seems to be becoming more and more useful for specific raids nowadays. So, and if you're like, well, I don't have any of those, what are some budget ones? Well, take a look at all the Pokemon on the list here as we go down. You even have Steelix can even show some potential here with Iron Tail, and you can go Heavy Slam or Earthquake. I probably would recommend Earthquake, maybe. And guess what? Aggron, welcome to the show, buddy. I mean, Steel and Rock, it's going to be extremely resisting normal moves. Not that you need to really worry about that, but hey, Aggron, welcome back. But anyways, moving down the list here, yeah, I mean, you could basically figure out what you should use once you start getting lower. Anything, like we said, with Steel, Ground, or Psychic types. If you're Steel, you're going to be resisting the Fairy as well as the normal moves. So Metagross, at the end of the day, is just that one you want to use. absolutely fantastic. Full team of these. And remember, like we went over in my last video, if we get a community day returning, hold on to those Beldums. Don't evolve them quite yet because they're absolutely useful with Meteor Mash. So that's it, trainers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And I will be catching you all next time. Take care.